In this lesson, we'll finish up our skateboard. So here's where we left off. Let's go ahead and finish out this wheel. So I'm going to grab this outer sort of rim piece, and let's go up to mirror. Go ahead and select a mirror, and let's mirror it along the Y direction. Okay, and let me go ahead and move around so I can see this a little bit better. So I want to be able to see the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror, and then I want to do an offset. Let's offset that in a negative direction until it's in about the same place here where we want it on the other side. Make sure that you have copy selected. And we'll say OK to that. That'll give us that wheel. And let's go ahead and select all the pieces of that wheel. So we can go to edge faces if we want to make sure here. And let's group that, and we can call this wheel. Okay, so now when we select that, we select the entire wheel. So let's now move this out and give us a little bit more of a thinner axle coming in from this cylindrical piece. So in this case, we'll come in on the side, and let's create a new cylinder. So just create a new cylinder that's a little bit smaller here. Give it a little bit of height. And now from our top view, we can see basically the length that we need to go. So right now, the pivot is right on that base. I'm going to go ahead and say, go into the hierarchy, effect pivot only, center to object. Okay, now let's go ahead and move this right in the middle. And then we can scale this up until it gets out to the direction or the space that we want it. So bring that right out till it comes inside the wheel. If you want to make it a bit smaller along the radius, you can do that. So just penetrate that right into the wheel. Okay, let's go ahead now and take the wheel that we've got, and let's go ahead and mirror this over. Now I want to mirror it over the origin, so I'm going to just use a working pivot temporarily. Okay, and then we'll go to mirror. Let's make sure that we create a copy, and we'll do that along the Y, and you can see it pops it over to the other side. We'll say OK to that. And we'll turn off our working pivot for now. And so once we've got our truck completed, we can now select all the pieces of that truck. So you can go ahead and select everything down here. So that's basically everything but the deck. And let's now group that together, and we can call this truck. All right. Let's now go ahead and mirror this. Okay, we want to place it over here, and we want the bolt to be in the middle as well. So we'll go to mirror, and let's now choose X and make a copy, and then we'll choose to offset this a certain amount. Just kind of eyeball it there, about the same distance that we have from the other side there. Then we can say OK. And if for any reason it's not the place that you want it, you can go ahead and just move that in. Alright, so there we have, in just a matter of a few lessons, a skateboard made from NURBS in 3ds Max. So just remember to use your NURBS Creation Toolbox. It's going to be very handy for you. It's going to have a lot of the curve, point, and surface creation tools that you're going to be working with, but you can also access a lot of those down here. Keep in mind that you're able to contain your surfaces within your NURBS surface top-level object. You have surfaces and curves and your CVs, and you can go ahead and modify those, rebuild them, reparameterize those as you need. Alright, so those are just a few ways that we can build some NURBS geometry using curves, using primitives, and so forth. So there you go. There is your NURBS skateboard.